Welcome to another episode of the Support for Employment podcast. Welcome to episode 34 of the S4E Podcast. We're talking about brain frogs. Ryan had a slip of the tongue and we've been ribbiting into the mics. Okay, so those who are watching, actually listening as well, you probably hear a new voice and you see at least two new faces. So we have Ryan, who returns to the microphones after a video test that we did. So you were with Liam and Zara when we did the video test. And we also have Nathaniel, who is brand new to the show. So welcome, Nathaniel.
Yeah, welcome everyone.
And of course, welcome, Ryan. As you guys can see, we have Preeti returning from last week. How are you feeling, Preeti? Good to be back on after being in the hot seat? Nice. Well, let's introduce Nathaniel. So he is a first-year participant with us here at S4E. He's attending 4 days a week, and he's doing life skills, creativity lab, AI media, and the Certificate 1 in transitional education. Nathaniel does like to push the boundaries, especially of AI, and can often be found trying to break a large language model or trying to have a nap during his Cert 1 class. Nathaniel, welcome to the show.
Welcome, everyone.
Alrighty. And Ryan, like Liam, as I said, returns to the mic after being part of the video test. He is another new participant with us this year. Ryan is full-time, 5 days a week. Ryan shows great initiative, likes to take the lead on any task he is given, and is always willing to have a crack. As well, fun fact, you may recall that Ryan went to the same high school as Liam from the last episode, Hampton East. Ryan, welcome back to the show. So Nathaniel, we'll start with you. Can you tell us a little bit about yourself? Maybe let's start with where you went to high school before you came here.
A little place called Naranga.
Naranga, okay. Yep. Whereabouts, suburbs-wise, like where are we talking?
So it was around this area.
Okay, gotcha. And what do you like to do outside of S4E? So you've got, well, we just had a public holiday on the Monday, Labor Day. What would you be doing outside of S4E on a day like that?
Sleeping, very much sleeping.
Good answer. Activities-wise, are you a sports person? Are you a gamer?
Yeah, I'm a gamer.
All right, what are you playing at the moment?
Roblox.
Nice. Are you like Liam, where you've been on Roblox for quite some time?
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you develop games on Roblox as well, or you just play them?
Yeah, I just play them.
Yeah, because Liam was saying he develops them as well. And is there anything else that you do outside of S4E?
Not really.
Not really? Yeah. Like to keep it simple, keep it easy?
Yeah.
Awesome. And then what would you like to do for work? So obviously we're Support for Employment. Our goal is to help you guys get employed. Where would you like to be employed?
Something to do with IT.
Something to do with IT? Yeah. So you could go maybe like the IT and technology sales route. So maybe, JB Hi-Fi or like PLE Computers rings a bell.
PLE Computers shut down.
Yeah.
They only have a warehouse now.
There you go. Maybe that's why they ring a bell. Poor guys.
Only in Western Australia. Yeah.
And there you go. But yeah, so like whereabouts in IT would you like to be?
Honestly, I want to do digital stuff with code.
Okay, nice. So really technical sort of stuff.
Like maybe a pen tester?
Yep. Do you mind telling me what that is? I'm not actually
Yeah.
too sure. What? Yeah, go for it.
Yes, those people at big companies like Microsoft
Yep.
pay to pretty much break it into the system so they can look at what security faults they have and fix it.
Yep. Fair enough. Thanks for sharing, Nathaniel.
My pleasure.
And let's go to Ryan. Now, I already know this because we did a video test, but could you walk us through so the Hampton East guys we've had through here before. We're lucky enough to have you and Liam from Hampton East as well. Is there anything that you did there that may surprise us, or is there anything that you really enjoyed there that maybe we haven't heard of before from S4E?
Not really.
So I know you guys did a coffee van initiative. Were you part of that at all?
No.
No? So what activities were you a part of at Hampton East?
I did work experience, yeah.
Yep. So you came here, were you here last year?
Yes, for
There you
work
go.
experience.
Yeah. Fantastic. And obviously you're here now, which means you enjoyed it. What was some of the things that jumped out at you more during that work experience?
It's way more funny here because it's a big space and there's not a lot of people.
Yes. Yeah. You sort of get a bit more
And I have
closer to
friends
one-on-one.
here, so yeah.
Exactly. Yeah, absolutely. So From the group that was here last year when you were coming through from work experience, did you see any familiar faces?
A bit of people who have graduated, yeah.
Yep. Any particular names that you recall?
Oscar Fisher,
Oh, yeah, Oscar. There you go.
yeah.
Yeah, I remember Oscar having a conversation with a couple of the teachers. Penny, I believe it was. Was it
Yeah,
Penny?
Penny, yeah.
Beautiful. High school, that's sort of out of the way. Now, what do you do outside of S4E? What is something that you enjoy doing in your
I'm
spare
like
time?
a competitive gamer.
Nice. Particular games that we may have heard of?
Not really. I like to set records.
Yep. Okay. Can you share any of those records that you have set?
I've been trying to get into like speed running, like Mario and stuff. Yeah.
Nice. Have you ever played any of the Dark Souls or the Soulsborne sort of games?
No.
No. Okay. Speed running is a huge part of those games. It's yeah, it's crazy. Anything else that you like to do? Are you a sports person or are you?
Nah, just gaming.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fair enough. I feel like we already know this as well, but the type of work that you would like to be doing or somewhere that you would like to work.
I was thinking of doing that Cheltenham Library.
Nice. Yep. What jumps out to you about a library?
It's quiet and not a lot of people go there.
Yep. Gets surprisingly busy. I was supporting a few of the participants here in a couple of library placements. And there's a lot of people that like to do their work and their study, obviously at libraries. It gets a bit busier than you might think. But still, there's that respectful, like, please be quiet. That's really nice. It's not a very stimulating environment, which for some people might drive them mad, right? But even for me, it's quite nice. All right, let's go over to Preeti. This question's for everyone, but we'll start with you, Preeti. What did you get up to over the long weekend?
Nothing.
Nothing at all?
No.
Any movies that you watched? Any games that you played?
No.
So run us through what you spent the Monday doing, right? The most important day, the day off.
Stayed home.
Stayed home? You didn't make anything for breakfast or lunch or
No.
nothing at all? There was a lot of events on. There was the F1, which I watched. It was great. There was the Moomba Festival, which I'm sure some of us here went to.
What's that?
Moomba Festival is like a big celebration of Melbourne culture in the city. It spans usually a whole long weekend or a weekend. I'll be honest, I'm not too familiar with it, but I believe it's just like a big multicultural festival that happens.
Sounds good.
In the city centre. How about you, Nathaniel? What did you get up to over the long weekend?
I was unconscious for most of it.
Oh, asleep, hopefully.
Yes.
Not intoxicated.
Sadly.
That's what long weekends are for, right? Anyway, unconscious for most of it. So just napping the whole time?
Yeah.
Sleeping?
Pretty much.
Any particular games you were playing over that weekend?
Nah.
I was all over Arc Raiders, so it should be no surprise to anyone here. I love that game. But yeah, just
Cool.
any spare time that I got was Arc Raiders. How about you, Ryan? Long weekend? Any particular activities?
Laying in bed and playing Roblox.
Nice. A lot of sleepers, a lot of nappers in this. Nice. I mean,
Yeah.
myself included, right?
You know, what's wrong with a little bit of madness?
Dude, nothing. We're-
Exactly.
We all have to at least be a little mad. It makes things interesting.
Yep. A little crazy and never hurt anyone.
That's right. Maybe we got to take some of the crazy out of politics, but we'll leave
Yeah.
that for another conversation.
Yep.
All right, we'll move on to the next question. We'll go back down to Preeti again. All right, now this one I want a genuine answer from you guys because it's a bit open-ended. What do you think makes someone a good employee? We'll start with you, Preeti. What are some traits and qualities that make someone good at their job?
Like a good work environment.
A good work environment, yeah. That can definitely support someone, but what are some attitudes and some traits that you think someone should have to be good at their job? So take some time to think.
Well, I can't think of anything.
That's okay. What is something that we're trying to emulate a work environment here with some of our activities? What are some things we ask of you guys to have? Is there anything that you can think of in that vein?
No.
Okay, moving on to Nathaniel. What is something that you think makes someone a good employee?
Because they're competent at their job.
Very good one. Anything else?
Well, respect.
Respect is another very good one.
Yeah.
Right? Need to respect, obviously, co-workers, management, the staff that you may be looking after as a higher up
Yeah.
position. So you said being competent at their jobs. There's many things that can make people competent at their job. What do you think are some of those things?
Doesn't matter how long it takes, as long as you do your job.
Yeah.
If you can do your job, That's fine. That's all that matters.
It's fair enough. What if there is a time crunch on that job to be done?
Well, it's better to be effective than rushed.
Yep. It's an awesome answer, actually. Ryan, what do you think makes someone a good employee?
They've got a bit of traits I could say, like communication, teamwork, leadership.
Very good answer. Yep. Even if you're not in a leadership position, sometimes it is good to take control, or it is good to show the initiative that you are willing to step in should it be required of you.
Some jobs make people mini managers, so leadership is a big part of a job where
For
you
sure.
have a smaller amount of people working with the other people, and then you have the big people working with you.
Very solid answer. Is leadership something that you would see yourself in, maybe a role where you're ahead of a team or ahead of a project?
Yeah, I can see that definitely in the future, maybe.
I see that for you too. I think, like I said in your intro, you do show very immediate initiative on things. I think leadership is something that you maybe naturally sort of built for. I definitely see that for you, Ryan. That's awesome. All right. Going back down to Preeti, what is a hobby or an experience that you've been meaning to try but haven't yet? There's some things that I've got down here is traveling to another country, practicing a musical instrument, trying different foods. So think of something fun that you would like to try that you haven't tried yet.
Trying to meet new people.
Very good answer. You're doing a very good job of it here. And you've found someone that you're obviously very comfortable being around, which is Kai. And like I mentioned last week, you have sort of running buddy, someone who's familiar. Who are some new people that you've met that you enjoy being around here?
You know, Ryan, Nathaniel, Felix, Tyron,
Yep.
Toby, Zara, Tiana, Eric, Bailey, Abby,
Nice.
everyone.
Yeah.
Yeah, especially Liam.
Liam? Yep. Yeah, Liam's very... Liam will be friends with a brick wall, I think. He's very, very easy to make friends with, very easy to talk to, which is why it was great to have him on the show last week.
I'd bet $20 he'd hug
Actually,
a tree.
the other week we did the podcast.
Yes. So
A
he's...
few weeks ago.
That's right. Yeah, a couple weeks ago now. But yeah, Liam's a very good one to make very easy and fast friends with, I think. Nathaniel,
Yeah?
what is a hobby or experience you've been meaning to try but haven't yet?
Would Olympic tree hugging be an answer?
Olympic tree hugging? I don't see why not. But is there anything like maybe travel or maybe a particular video game that you've been meaning to try but just haven't got a chance yet? Anything like that?
Yeah.
Go for it. Take the floor.
I wanted to go to Japan for basically my entire life.
Yeah. What is it about Japan that makes you want to go there so much?
I mean, food, the sakura trees, cherry blossoms.
Yep. Just the culture, right? I think they just live very differently. There's obviously that element of being packed into certain cities and trains very tightly, but there's also a very respectful culture, I think, in Japan.
Yeah, but you can't live without their ramen.
Yeah, well, absolutely. I'm very excited to try their ramen.
And Wagyu beef. It's probably the main reason.
Yeah,
I wanna go
absolutely.
there.
Absolutely.
'Cause in Japan, it's
Kobe
not a
beef
thing. Yeah.
as well.
Because in Japan, it's not a thing. Doesn't cost an arm and a leg.
Yes, that's true. Although still a delicacy, right? Still quite expensive from what I've heard. But I think even just their convenience stores, like obviously everyone hears about their 7-Elevens, the Family Marts and stuff like that.
Yeah.
They have very reasonably priced food.
Yeah.
Like it's only a couple of dollars translated to Australia, or converted rather, for what is a very hearty meal and very healthy meal. Is there any particular cities that you would like to visit specifically in Japan?
Yeah.
Which ones?
Tokyo.
Tokyo, the big one.
Yep.
There's Osaka as well.
Yeah.
It's where Universal Studios is. That's a big hit. I'm very excited for Kyoto. Have you heard of Kyoto?
Yeah.
A little bit more of a lazier sort of town from what I've heard, a lazier city compared to Tokyo, right? Any particular, I guess, landmarks that you want to see or places that you want to go while you're in Japan?
Yeah.
What are those places?
I want to see if I can find one of the Kitsune shrines.
Yes. Yeah, absolutely. and their torii gates as well, right? Just walk through that. There's one particular shrine that has like hundreds of torii gates that you walk through. So cool.
Insane.
Love it. Ryan, a hobby or experience you've been meaning to try but haven't yet?
I'd say probably going to New Zealand and doing the famous Grand Canyon drop.
Absolutely.
Very terrifying, but I want to see it.
Does that sort of thrill-seeking stuff jump out to you a lot, or is that just...
Yes, I want to experience adventure.
Absolutely. Does skydiving interest you at all?
Not really.
Okay. But bungee jumping,
No.
really into it?
Yeah.
Okay. See, I'm the opposite. I've been skydiving before. Incredible experience, but bungee jumping scares me more. I feel like because it's just you and a rope. Whereas skydiving, you have a professional strapped to the back of you to pull that chute, right?
But parachute could still fail.
Parachute could still fail, absolutely.
It's the same result either way.
Oh, that's true.
You could die from that.
Yeah,
too.
absolutely. You will go splat if something goes wrong either way, huh?
I mean, there's
Same
a
with the
small chance
canyon,
you
really.
survive.
True. What was that, sorry?
I mean, there's a small chance you survive,
Very slim.
but it would hurt like hell.
Any other hobbies or experiences, Ryan?
Not really.
Yep.
The main thing I was thinking about was the canyon, yeah.
It's a really good one. So I think New Zealand's culture and just their landscape is beautiful as well. I think to be able to just go to New Zealand is an incredible experience in itself.
Yeah.
So this one's a bit of a podcast related question. So our first video episode went live late last week. Already outperformed our 40 other episodes just in terms of views, retention, reach. It's because we have access to like YouTube and YouTube Shorts now, Spotify clips, video. There's a whole bunch of stuff that video just allows us to do more than just
Sick.
audio.
Sick.
So how does it feel to know that people are watching and listening in multiple forms of media now? We'll start with you, Preeti.
It's meh.
It's meh. You don't feel any particular way that people may be hearing your voice and seeing your face?
Yeah, it's meh.
Fair enough. You don't mind either way?
No.
Okay. Nathaniel,
Yeah?
how does it feel to know that people are watching and listening?
Well, pretty good.
Pretty good?
Hello, my homies.
You feel like you got a bit of a spotlight on you?
Yeah,
That's awesome. And you don't mind that spotlight at all?
I love it.
Nice. I think it's a nice thing to share with people as well. Sometimes if you're by yourself, maybe you're up on stage, or if you were doing a podcast like this by yourself, I feel like it'd be very odd. But sharing the spotlight with people as well,
Yeah.
I think it's huge. How about you, Ryan? How do
Definitely
you feel?
the spotlight. I like the spotlight, yeah.
For sure.
And I like how they can see us talking, so they can visually see what we're doing.
Yeah, I think it's really important to put names to faces so we can get a feel for your personalities as well. And it's just nice. I think it's a very welcome and a very good evolution to the show. So what would you say to these people that are watching and listening if you could speak directly to them right now, down the barrel of the camera? Preeti?
Be inspired.
Be inspired. Okay. How about you, Nathaniel?
Are there any of my tea drinking brothers and sisters? Anyone from Shinjuku or Shibuya?
Actually, I might check our audience reach and see if we've got anyone in Japan.
Yeah? Or the UK?
I
Why
might.
not?
True. And Ryan, anything you would like to say to these people that are watching and listening?
Not really.
So we
Can't
do.
think of anything.
That's okay. That's okay. So we do have 6% of our audience that engages with the podcast from the United Kingdom.
Cool.
So there you go. 18% from the United States, 6% from Chile, 2% from the Netherlands, and 2% from Austria. There you go.
So it wasn't far off.
That's right. That's right. Next question. Last week, we talked about a skill that if you could become instantly good at it, what would it be? Right? But let's bring it back down to reality a little bit. So Preeti, what is a skill that you would like to improve on this year? So not an instantaneous hypothetical, but something that you would actively like to try and be better at this year.
Nothing to think about.
I can provide some examples if that may help you. This could be cooking for yourself. This could be something as simple as improving my handwriting. This could be maths. This could be computer skills, anything like that. Anything that you would like to be a little bit better at by the end of this year.
Computer skills.
Computer skills, yes, because you're very good with the AI stuff. Is there anything else within a computer that you would like to improve on?
Nope.
Maybe like video editing, photo editing, video creation, anything like that?
No.
Very cool. Nathaniel,
Mm,
what is a skill that you would like to improve over the course of this year?
remembering things.
Ooh, memory recall.
Yeah.
Very good answer. Why is that something that you want to improve upon?
I struggle with that sometimes, and
Yeah.
it's annoying.
It is, isn't it? Yeah. I also struggle with it at the moment, so I definitely something that I want to improve on too. What are some steps that you are taking or that you could take to improve on that skill?
I don't know, maybe reading more.
One that I have seen is actually getting off the phone. Anything else? Any other things that you would like to, around memory that you would like to improve?
Yeah.
Do you struggle with the long-term stuff or the short-term stuff?
Long term.
Long-term.
Yeah.
So things from maybe the past, maybe a year or maybe 2 years back that you struggle to recall? Or is it stuff that, where'd I put my keys? Oh, where'd I put my phone? Like stuff that happens within minutes.
More like if I put something down, I forget it, and like 5 or 10 minutes later, I go, oh, where did I put that? Let it go.
It sucks, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It's annoying.
Really annoying.
Yeah. It's a very good one to improve on. Maybe we can think of some things that could help with that. There's some diet-related things that can help with that too
Cool.
that I've heard of. It's like a lion's mane supplement that's supposed to be really good for
Ooh.
the brain. So
Sounds good.
fish oil as well,
Yeah.
very good for the brain. So maybe
Cool.
that might help.
Yeah.
Not sure.
Also,
Can't
Uh,
hurt.
I wouldn't mind getting better at the ukulele.
Very good one. All right, I think that was one of my things. Yeah, like art or music. Why the ukulele though?
No, it just seems like a cool instrument.
Was all the rage to have a ukulele back in like 2010 when I was in high school. Everyone had a ukulele in their bag. It was annoying because everyone was so bad at the ukulele because they just bought one for $40 off eBay and then thought they could play it. But I know you'd do better than that, Nathaniel.
Yeah, I would.
I know you'd be better.
Yeah.
Ryan, a skill you'd like to improve on this year?
Definitely my literacy. I've been getting better at reading, so I want to improve in reading.
What do you think the cause of that may be?
Looking at screens too much, because when you're a gamer, you start to lose sight.
Yes. Yeah. So you struggle with the actual visual comprehension of words or
Like if a word is far away and I don't have glasses, then I can't really read it.
I mean, I don't really think that's your screen's fault. I think you're just like long-sighted, I think it's called.
But actual like reading comprehension itself, is that
Yeah.
something that you're fine with?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe just getting better at reading from long distances. Yeah.
I see. There you go. Okay, well, I like to think we're all friends here.
Yep.
So what is one thing that you value in a friend, Preeti? What is one thing that you really like about Kai as a friend of yours?
He loves to sit with me.
So being close in proximity, having that company is something that you really value?
Yeah, we have each other's company.
Nice. Do you appreciate him listening to you or talking with you?
Yeah.
Yeah. There's many things I think to appreciate in someone who you call a friend.
Aw.
So it's kind of hard to pick one, isn't it?
Yeah, that's really sweet.
It is, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's nice. And I like to ask these questions from time to time because sometimes it's nice to have a reminder that people have your back, that you're not alone, or that you have people around you here that are good friends. So,
Yeah.
I'm not just amazing friends with Kai, but with Aaron as well.
well, there you go. Aaron's someone who I'd really like to get to know a bit more. And that's only because I'm not really in any classes with him. But what's something that you really like about Aaron as a friend?
Aaron's my second best friend because he's amazing, and he's cool as a cucumber.
I don't think much really irritates Aaron from what I've seen. He's pretty go with the flow. So that's all really good traits, Preeti. Thanks for sharing. And Nathaniel,
Yeah?
what is something that you value in a friend? So think of someone who you hold dearly as a friend, and what is one thing that you really like about them?
Honesty.
Honesty
Yep.
is a very good one. Okay. Just someone who's going to tell you how it is no matter what,
Yeah.
even if the truth hurts a little bit.
Yeah.
You need people like that, don't you? You know, if you've got something in your teeth, right, and you're about to go take a photo, you actually want that friend to be like, "Oh, dude, you got a little something," you know?
Yeah.
Or if you're maybe out of line and you don't realize it, sometimes it's good to have a friend to be like, "Hey, man, you know, you're a little out of control here."
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah, because I have a friend outside of like school and work or whatever that I graduated with.
Yep. Just get nice and close.
Yep.
Yep.
He's a really good friend of mine, Logan.
Yep.
And he is probably the most blunt guy you will ever see. He just says whatever's on his mind.
That's
Doesn't
good.
care what anyone thinks.
Yeah. You know, sometimes you can cross the line with that, but I think it's respected most of the time. They're unhappy with their surroundings or with what's happening to them. They're not afraid to speak up, right?
I mean, yeah, as long as it's not directed towards someone, I don't see any problem with it.
That's right. That's right. And if it is directed towards someone, and just respectfully,
Yeah.
you know, you can be respectfully blunt.
Yeah.
Truth hurts sometimes.
Yeah, there's a difference between bullying and just being blunt.
Yeah, absolutely. That's a really good answer, Nathaniel.
Yeah.
Thank you.
My pleasure.
Alrighty. And Ryan, one thing you value in a friend.
Well, it's hard to do and not really easy. I think common sense,
Common sense.
which covers a lot of things.
It does, absolutely. What is an example that you can give of someone having common sense as a friend?
They would look out for me. That's common sense. They
Yep.
would think before me.
Yep.
And that always helps.
Absolutely. So just having someone that kind of has your back in many areas.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
On the same track, I think loyalty is another good thing to have in a friend.
Absolutely. Yeah,
To
Yes.
know that no matter what, they won't stab you in the back.
for sure. And maybe sometimes that's the reason why you have to let some people go from your life
Yeah.
because they don't have that loyalty. You got loyal friends in your corner, Nathaniel?
Absolutely.
Good. Because you need them.
Yeah, these two.
Good. And I think you'll find that you'll have a lot of people here just through proximity alone, right? You'll be with these people ideally for 2 years. So you'd want to hope there's a bit of loyalty there. You'd want to
Yeah.
hope these people have your back. And we try to reinforce that as much as we can. You know, you guys are a team, we're a team. And yes, we're emulating a workplace, but you also make friends at a workplace. You know, I've made very, very good friends over my working years that I've kept in contact with, no matter if I've left that job or not. Okay, very last question. Seeing the current events going on in the world, all right, as of the date of recording today is the 11th of the 3rd for those listening. What do you think the near future looks like for the world? Preeti?
No idea.
No idea. Nathaniel,
Yeah.
what do you think the near future looks like for the world?
Absolutely screwed up because stupid people are in charge.
I don't think there's a better way to surmise that. Ryan, what do you think for the near future?
I think science is going to get better and it will help out lives a lot.
For sure. So this is where I want you guys to kind of turn it into an upper. What is one thing that you hope improves in the world during your lifetime, Preeti?
Long-term friendships.
Keeping it very insular. You want to have some very long-term friendships in your life. So Nathaniel,
Yeah.
we'll say in regards to the world,
Yeah.
what is one thing that you hope improves during your lifetime
Mm,
around the world?
honestly, the law.
The law.
Yeah.
Okay. What are some examples? I know exactly what you're talking about within Australia, but what are some examples that you can think of?
Well, for it to be more fair.
Mm-hmm. Maybe certain people committing certain crimes.
No, just everyone in general.
Dive into what you mean by that.
Last night when I was watching TV, I got an ad for a new law that's just no.
What law in particular?
Well, got an ad where it said, if you're accused of a violent crime, you can be arrested.
Oh, so simply just accused
Yeah.
without any proof.
Yeah, not even convicted, just if you're accused of a crime, you can go on bail.
Interesting.
I don't agree with that.
Yeah. Yeah, I'd have to read into the sort of fine print on that law, but that seems crazy.
Yeah.
If someone says, I accuse that person of being violent, you get arrested.
Yep, you can go to prison for that. Honestly, if we can later on, I want to do a petition.
Yeah, absolutely. The law as a whole is a very good one. Around the world, obviously, but bringing it closer to home within Australia and even Victoria.
Yeah.
I think the law needs to be harder on certain people, and very obviously, the law
Absolutely.
needs adjustment in other areas as well. It needs to be fairer in certain areas.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's a very good answer to that question. Ryan.
I'm definitely thinking about the climate,
Yeah.
getting better emissions, and getting rid of those data centers that have lots of emissions and run up the lakes and stuff.
Yeah.
In the world.
For sure. Another very good answer. Prolonging our time here so we can actually get to old age, right? Before the world eats itself.
Definitely going about those big companies that do illegal emissions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very good answers, guys. Preeti, Nathaniel, Ryan, thank you very much for being on the show today. We'll see you guys in future episodes, and I will see you guys in episode 35. Thank you very much for your time.
My pleasure.